Hey, my name's Ekkeking, and this is his Chunkness, and welcome to One Chunk Man episode 2. So in the last episode, we finished off the first Lumbridge chunk, which required us to get 60 wood cutting, 60 fire making, 60 fletching, 40 attack, 40 ranged, and then the completion of some tasks and starting of some quests. So the chunk we rolled was chunk 1, which is the chunk north of me, which has a chicken pen in it with a fine egg for the cook of the cook assistant quest. I don't know if I said that right, but alright. There's also the cow pen I can get into now, so I can get dairy, so I can also milk the fine milk for him. I think that's about it for cook assistant. Another thing I can do now is I can train cooking, because I've got an active way of getting either beef or chicken to level up. There was also the potato patch, which is right over here, which I've got. So I can do that now as well. I can cook potatoes because I can primarily get them. So now, what do I have to do in this chunk? Well, right over here, there's a quest called Bars and Cells I have to start. And I can complete a little bit of it because I think bits of it in Lumbridge Castle before I have to go into this chunk, which I can't access. And then a thing I need to do is because I need to cook with the highest tier ingredient, which you might think, oh, it's a potato, level 7, because there's no onion in general store in RuneScape 3, so I don't need to cook that. But that's not quite right, because, well, I can get milk. Now, why is that important? Because over here there's a churn, which means I can churn it. So at level 38, I can churn butter, so I can make a potato with butter. So at level 39, I can cook that. So that would be the final stuff, because it's active milk into active butter and then an active potato. That's also not quite right, because from milk I can also make cheese, and because it's the highest tier ingredient, I need to make cheese at level 48 cooking. And then at level 47, which for some reason is a level lower, which I don't get, I can combine cheese with butter and a potato to make a baked potato with egg and cheese. Egg and cheese? Baked potato with butter and cheese, not egg and cheese, butter and cheese. So yeah, so that's the requirement I've got to get. So I've got to get 48 cooking in this chunk. Another thing I thought I was going to be able to do is do the sheep shear mini quest, because it's not a full on quest in RS3. But I think this is about where the chunk ends in length. I think the little shortcut here lies just one one square outside of it, or it just lands on the line. So I don't know if I can get into it. So I'm gonna have a closer look at that and make a decision about if it's just in the chunk or not, because I can't really show it on the RS3 client. And then I just need to shear the 20 sheep, make the balls of wool, because that would unlock me an active way of getting 4 XP as well. I don't think I can get thread in these chunks, so I don't think I'll have to go as far as into making the spider silk gear for magic. But yeah, so those are the things I've got to do. I've got to get 48 cooking. I don't quite know how I'm going to do it yet. I might just defeat cows, I might defeat chickens, I might make stews along the way. I don't know yet. I'll probably fill you in on that one. So I start in this space for a reason, and I just don't mention it when record the clip. So what I was here for is I was just going to get all the pickaxes in advance. So I need to get the iron pickaxe. There it is. Yes, I asked for a bank pin. Steel pickaxe, mithril pickaxe, and I already bought the adamant pickaxe, and I've got a bronze pickaxe because now you require the level to add it to the tool belt, unlike with hatchets. So I just bought them all so that I can add them to the tool belt when required. I don't know if it's going to be useful because by the time I can use them, I might be able to just make them better anyways. But yeah, that's why I started there in the first place. So the first thing I did was I just grabbed the top quality milk and the super large egg. I'm just gonna deliver that to the cook so that he's got that. So that's all I can complete now. So now I just need the fine flour and Cook's assistance will be complete, which will be our first quest we can complete. Potentially, there's quite a few quests around here, depending on how I unlock chunks to see how I unlock it. But yeah, that's that part of the chunk already done. I've already done all I can do for Cook's assistant. So I figured out that this is just in the chunk line, so I can do the sheep shear mini quest. However, when I read the dialogue, I found out it's black sheep. Now, what's the issue with these black sheep? It's that there's only a few in the pen, and I need to hope the sheep is in my chunk because I can't shear it if it's outside of my chunk. So I need to get 20 of this. So it's literally just waiting at a sheep or hopping worlds and then getting it. It does seem to respawn quite quickly, so as long as the sheep stays in the chunk, I'll try this one. As soon as he leaves, like right now. Oh, he's back. I was gonna hop. No, I think he's gone. So now I've just got to hop worlds. Hope I can find a sheep in the chunk I'm in. Cause I'm still free to play as well. I'm gonna become member as soon as I have to do all the member stuff in this chunk, because there's quite some member stuff to do. So if this really takes too long, which I doubt, because I've already got 6 of them. I was gonna do this when I was a member, so I had more worlds to hop to, but yeah. I can complete it, so I can make regular balls of wool. I can share black sheep now as well, which is quite nice, and failed. That's a pain. So I don't know why they didn't make the sheep with the penguin black, because wasn't that the whole way of like when you try to share it and you don't notice? So wouldn't you put it with the black sheep? But anyways, yeah, so I can complete this mini quest, which will give me some nice crafting levels. However, if I can find Treff in this chunk, which I don't think you could in the general store, I will have to get quite a high crafting level because of the spider silk gear. So kind of hope I don't find any Fred. I know there's Treff in chunks around here in Alcared, so that wouldn't be too great. But once I've unlocked Alcared, I can do leather anyways. So yeah, I'll probably be back when I've completed all these black cloths or black balls of wool or whatever I've got to make. Something I've actually noticed about Iris I didn't know was with the tool belt. I didn't know loads of it came based on your tool belt, like the shears. I don't actually like that. I like the tool belt, but I think any piece of equipment I should put on it myself. So even stupid stuff like the shears and probably a needle's gonna be on there, because it kind of beats the point of one's going out. Kind of beats the point of why is there a shear spawn here? Because it's there to do the quest or mini quest, but because you don't need to on RS3, it's a bit stupid. Oh. So yeah, I don't actually like that. I like the tool belt, but I don't like that. I think it should only be on it if you've put it on it yourself. So yeah, and I never noticed that because on my main account I just instantly put all the best stuff on it that I could buy. And then on my older Ironman it's just been so long that I couldn't remember. So yeah, that's something that... Why did I spawn here? What? Okay. So, good thing I spawned inside of a chunk I can get, because otherwise I would have broken the rule right there and then. So, yeah. I've forgotten what I was talking about now because of that. Yeah, so stuff with all the metal in your tool belt, that's dumb. Shouldn't be there. Should put it on it yourself. So I got those 20 pieces of black wool and I'm making the balls of black wool. But I just thought of myself, is this the only time you use it? Like, is it used for anything else? Does anyone know? Because I can't think of any moment in time that a black ball of wool's been useful. You always use the white ones because I don't even think you can like string amulets with them. So I don't know. It kind of makes me think of why did you change it? What's the point of having the black wool if it's literally just for a quest? Like, stuff like that, I sometimes just wonder, like, oh, why did you change it? Because not a big change. I just don't get it. But yeah, I've made OS 20 now. So I'm gonna turn that in. I hope it was 20. I hope it wasn't 24. It'd be really dumb if it was. Like, I mean, I'd look really dumb. So, yeah, I've made the balls for him. Right. Did I complete it now? I did. So it gives me 150 crafting XP and 2k coins. Gives me a quest point even though it's a mini quest. So I mean, I guess I got a quest point now. So that got me to tree crafting. Probably doesn't really unlock me anything. Unlocks me some urns. Yeah, nothing special. But yeah, I've completed that mini quest. So quest wise, all you've got to do now is the buyers and sellers bit, which is just like a little intro in the Thieves Guild, and then I think I need to talk to the Duke or whatever. I don't really remember. It's been ages since I've done the quest. So yeah, if I become member, that's probably the next thing you'll see. But it could just be that I'm killing some chickens. Maybe I'll kill them over here because it's very close to a bank. So yeah, um, completed this. So a lot of the achievement stuff's probably already done on this chunk. Just got 10 magic, which means we can now equip the Imp Wonder book for if we ever unlock Fred, and we can make that with the Imp stuff we saved up. Just a 7 cooking, which means we are able to make potatoes now. So it's the first ingredient that we need. I don't know if I'll get over to cooking potatoes, because actually I only tested on my main account that I can cook stews on fire. I don't actually know if I can cook regular potatoes on a fire. I might need a stove, which there's none in RS3 in this area I can use. Because I can't use the cook's one. The one in Lumbridge is just outside, and the one that's in this building I'm circling on the map here on Old School isn't there. So I might just need to be able to make stews, because that's how I figure out how to do stuff. I just go my main or my other Ironman and just figure out if I can do it. That's kind of, because I mean, there's not much of a point in me going to 48 um, cooking to then figure out I can't even cook a potato on a fire. So, oh wait, I think I've got some out of bank. So yeah, I'm just gonna grab a potato from a bank because I blocked a few of those when I was discovering the chunk. Where are they? They're right over here. And let's see if I can actually cook them on a fire. Oh. Ooh, look at that. Potato and toppings. No. Other recipes? No. Meat. Fish. Cake. Stew. Yeah, it now doesn't look like I can actually cook it. Which means I only need to go to 25 cooking. So, because that's a win. Yeah, don't know why I didn't test that, to be fair. So, yeah, scrap 48 cooking. It's gonna be 25 now. So I've just been thinking it over about I can't cook the potato now. Do I still need to get 48? Because I need to cook the highest tier cooking food, I think. And cheese is technically higher, but I can make something out of milk. So I don't quite know what the rule to that is. I'm actually gonna look at it and have a think over it. Because it would make sense for me to only, just like, you know, with mining and stuff, that I wouldn't have to go all the way. Because with mining, the reason I don't have to go all the way is purely because I just need to be able to mine the highest tier ore and then just make something out of the highest tier bar. Which doesn't mean I need to get, like, if I can find iron, I don't need to get 19 smithing. Just need to get 10 if I can. So I don't see why that would be any different for cooking. So I might make uniformity in that I only have to make the lowest thing out of milk, which is like level 18. So yeah, if that's the way I do it, I will have to make stews as it's the highest tier food I can make with the ingredients I can get. But if I still have to make the cheese because it's the highest stuff I can make out of milk, but that's contradicting how wood cutting and stuff work. And like fletching, because that would have meant I'd have to get 70 fletching because use shield bows. So that's why I'm kind of thinking of I just have to make the lowest tier ingredient if an ingredient can go into multiple tiers. But if I can actively get an ingredient that's used for an end source that I can make in the chunk, I do have to get. So as soon as I get a stove I can cook on, I will have to get 48. And it's very highly likely because in about two of the chunks I can unlock, there is a way for me to either get a range if I unlock the one south of Lumbridge. If I unlock the one west of the one I unlocked, I get the mill, which means I can complete Cook's Assistant, which means I can get his one. So as soon as I actually do get one, that I can cook on, I will have to get it. So that's why I think I'll do it that way. But I'll have a think about that. I'm gonna probably go properly about the rules in this video. I don't know if I've based it at before this clip or if I'm gonna base it after this clip because the rule changes and stuff I need to like kind of talk about because it's usually a lot easier to talk about the stuff once it happens. It's a bit hard to think of a rule if you've not really had to do it. And because of minor differences again with RS3 and osrs, some stuff changes like the onion not being there and the stove not being there in this building. So yeah, I think that's the way I've got to do it then. I think I've just got to get 25. So yeah, just wanted to tell you about that. Tell me what you think about it because I'm not sure about it. So I just got 12 cooking and I opened it up just to see if I got anything new, anything interesting. And it's like saying, oh, you've got everything you need for Recipe for Disaster, but that's not true. I know it's the sub quests, but it would make sense for this one to say, another cook's quest, because that's the intro of it. So I don't know why it says that. I was a bit confused about that. This episode I've found quite a few things that make me think about it. So I don't know if anyone's aware of stuff like this because it's really not important, but like for some people it might bother them. Like it bothers me because I'm just like that. But yeah, so I'm a bit confused with that. This chunk's definitely making me think more about silly stuff like that than the previous one. With the previous one, all that got me pondering was there's like one tree with a beehive on it. Yeah, I don't know why that was there, but this chunk just doesn't make much sense with stuff like that. I mean, it's not the chunk, it's just the cooking, but yeah, just silly stuff like that. It's making me think like, what's going on here? Like, just I don't know why I'm shouting like this. It's rubbish right now, but yeah, just thought it'd be something to talk about. Some people might want to know that it's bugged or whatever. Yeah. Just at 17 magic, meaning we have unlocked the airbolt spell, meaning we can just go up and spell tier because in RuneScape 3 they've just gotten rid of the use of like chaos runes and all that for these spells. I don't know why they did that. I mean, I like it because it's just so much easier to train, and I know all the old school people are probably going to be like, this is why it's easy scape. I know, the game's a little easier, but the reason they do this is because stuff's just so different, and I can see the point people trying to make, especially because ancients are useless in this game. So all you really need is elemental runes and nothing more. But yeah, just a quick update. Got 17 magic. Gonna use a higher tier spell. I'll probably just do a little more damage, but I'm pretty much one-shotting them anyways, so it's not that big a deal. Just at 20 magic, so we can wield the spider wand and orb now if we ever unlock a way of making them. We've already got the hides for it in the bank for if we ever unlock it, so that's nice. That's another upgrade, so we'll never need the imp hide. Because I personally thought I wasn't going to get to 20 magic. I thought I'd get to 25 cooking quite quickly now, because I didn't really need that much XP. But yeah, 20 magic, quite nice. We've unlocked some other little things for like dungeoneering and all that, but nothing too important. Except for the Hex Crest, like we'll ever unlock that, right? So for all you smarties out there that are probably like, hey, there's onions there. He does need to make something with those onions. No, I don't, because I can't actually get to them unless I leave the chunk. So for all you people that were gonna write it in the comments, he missed the onions. No, I did. I'm well aware of that. And that's 25 cooking, which means we've unlocked stews now, which was the final goal for this chunk. So I'll just go ahead, add a potato to that. Cook the incomplete stew. No, is that wrong? Do I need to add the chicken first? I do, and then I've got the uncooked stew, and then I've just got to cook it, and I burnt it. That's excellent now, innit? Right, let me just dunk some of this stuff. Get two of them out. Two of them out. Yeah, that's very typical that you burn it when you're cooking. Right, let's give that another shot, shall we? So here we go. Let's try to cook the stew. You are kidding me. Right, attempt number 3. Well, you know, recording attempt number 3. There we go. We cooked 2 of them. So yeah, that's the stew done. Don't know why I ate that. We kept that for spicy stews if I ever unlock that. But yeah, we've done stews now. So that's the cooking challenge for this chunk done. I've also become a member now, like 5 minutes ago. So I'm now gonna start doing some thieving. Probably just gonna do on the dummy in the quest area. Do the quest as far as I can. Get 20 thieving so I can steal from the hem members. And then kill a hem guard, and I think that's it for this chunk. Right, so I got really scared here. I was looking to what the hem guards drop, and I saw this Slayer stuff, and I was like, you have got to be kidding me, right? Do I have to steal until I get a Slayer stuff? But then when I clicked it, it says it's only after Buyers and Sellers quest, which is the quest I'm gonna do. But I need to complete 2 of the Acres, which is kind of like Acrescapers, which is like 2 mini quests after you've done the quest. And that was a very big sigh of relief because I was like, I cannot be asked staying there for a very rare drop. So I kind of hope I unlock a Slayer Master before I can do those capers. Venega's probably my best bet. So I hope I can get to him before I can finish the quest and do 2 capers, because that would be horrendous. So yeah, I thought I'd just let you know a potential grind I've got to do. The only thing I've got to get is, I guess, steel arrows, because that'd be my best arrows. And then I'd need to get the leather body right over here. And I might need to get this thingy right over here, the buttons. And then I think I need 4 crafting to do it. Oh, 3 crafting, so I'm alright with that. So I don't actually need to do that. So yeah, it's pretty much just sigh of relief. Thought I'd let you know about that because that could have been horrendous. So apparently they don't let you start quests if you don't got the requirement in RS3. What you used to be able to do is just pickpocket from this dummy to level 5, it's just a bit easier because it doesn't deck you back, but yeah, apparently that's not a thing anymore, so I guess I gotta, go to men and pickpocket him to level 5 then. Right, so we've done all we can for the quest, because now we've got to go outside of a chunk. It doesn't take long to get 5 teeth in, so I thought I'll just do the part of the quest I can in one clip. So yeah, now I've got to get 20 teeth in, so I'll probably get 15 and then do the rest on hem women, so I can do hem men. And then I'll just feed a cart, hope I get that leather body and call it a chunk with that. That's 15 thieving, meaning we can now do the hem women, so that will probably speed up the progress. And there might be something I'm fearing I'll have to do, but I'll have to see that when I'm actually pickpocketing them. So the fear I had, it is what I'm gonna have to do. So for people looking at my inventory, I've got that leather body from pickpocketing, which has been quite nice. As that's the best in slot ranged armor I can get, and I'd have to go hem guards for it, but it's pickpocket. I can assume the drop tables are the same. But I also got this. I got Fred from pickpocketing, and that's what I was scared of. Because Fred now is I can passively get it. Because I have an active way of training crafting with the balls of wool, means I have to craft whatever I can with the Fred. Which means, well, I got the Empire and that spider silk I talked about before in the last episode, that all of a sudden I'm gonna now have to make into armor. Now, that doesn't sound like too big a deal. I need to get 20 crafting because because it's best in slot magic armor, so I can't just leave it at 20. So I'm gonna stay here, go for 20 thieving at the very least, because I've got that best in slot, and then I'm gonna just ponder about what's best. So because I've got to make best in slot, I might just skip the impied crafting altogether and hope I get enough threat along the way so that I am capable of just making the highest tier spider silk, because I have that needle on my tool belt. Wasn't meant to attack this guard, but I've also just killed the guard in the background, so I've shown you that I've killed the highest level mob, and I'm pulling multiple here now. Didn't do great. I'm actually doing surprisingly few damage on these guys. I thought my damage output would like way higher than it currently is, and I'm like dying right now. Right, I'm gonna leg it. Can't believe I'm dying. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to get my crafting up to about, I think it's level 25 or 24. I don't, because I know the rope tops thinks 24, but I don't know what the weapons are like. I can, if I get enough thread, I can use my hides, my imp hides. It's probably gonna be quite a quick way, but that all depends on how much thread I get. So I hope I get quite a bit. If I get about 20, I'll see what I can do. At the moment, I'm actually getting some crafting supplies along the way, so those don't hurt me too much. So yeah, now that outside of getting the 20 thieving, I've just got a new goal, which is about 25 crafting. So yeah, that's just a quick little update on that. After I think I've got 25 crafting now, that's when the chunk will be done. So we just hit 20 thieving, meaning we can now pickpocket the hem members. So I'll go ahead and try to pickpocket one if I don't like endlessly keep failing at this. And I just did it. So yeah, that's that achievement done. So now I've just got to figure out how I'm going to get the crafting level, because I have an active way of training crafting, so I have to do the secondary way. It's just the way it is, as the Travis secondary. I think I've got about 12. So I might be able to do a little impied crafting. I'll just craft the armor anyways, just to have it. And then yeah, that's it. Another thing I'll probably do is the gold statue that's right here. Uh, yeah, I'll just show you how much XP I get from that, and then after we've done everything, I'll probably just roll a new chunk. So from doing that, I got 250 construction XP, which got me the tree, and then I got about 975 prayer XP, I think, which got me quite close to level 30, not quite. Another thing I'm gonna check now as well, now that I'm a member, is to see if maybe now I've unlocked the combat training arena. As maybe that was what's wrong, that I wasn't member. So yeah, I'm probably gonna test that out as well, but probably now first gonna get that crafting grind going. Just a quick little update on the crafting. Um, so what I've done is I've just been getting wool of the sheep until I got 10 crafting. Then after that, I attempted to make the empire and see how much XP I would get from it. You know, the ones I got before from grinding the beads out in the first chunk. And it was actually alright. Because when I was sharing the sheep, I noticed there was like one or two imps laying about. So what I've been doing now is I've just been hopping worlds and hope I see one of the two imps, or hopefully two. So hop the world, then I see the imp, but just attack it. Hope if it dies it doesn't teleport out, because I've had a few of those where then I can't go out and pick it up. Just pick up what I need. I always pick up the ashes just for the extra little prayer XP. I check the pen here because sometimes it's in there. I check this line here because sometimes they're there. And then the last place I check's up here. No, and if I done that, I just again hop a world. So I've been doing that for a while. So one thing I've noticed while I was doing this, so I made the empire that I needed 10 defense for it, which I don't know why I like didn't realize that I needed 10 defense. Makes sense for tier 10 gear to need 10 defense. This is quite an unlucky world to have no imps. So yeah, so I'll probably have to get 20 for the spider silk. That's kind of why I started doing this, because it gives me a way of getting some defense XP. So I've just been sharing between magic and defense. And then I've just been using, I had about 28 tread, and it's gotten me quite far. These give about 10 XP a pop, so I've just been making bodies, because I don't know if it helps to, I don't know, make something out of more. But, I think it does, so that's what I've just been doing. So I've still been picking up, like, all of this stuff and the beads for if I ever need to make, I don't know, magic potions for whatever reason. I'll be doing a similar meta for the spider silk stuff. However, I'm gonna need to probably get a little more thread from the hem members. And then, one thing that will be better is that, for the imps, I just missed one there. For the imps, I need the hop, because there's two, they randomly spawn. I can't get that one because that one's out of the chunk, and I mean I can attack it, but the chance of it getting in the chunk's quite low. Right, that's alright. So like this, I need to hop the worlds. Need to hope they're not outside of the chunk. So it is a bit annoying. It might have been quicker, because this has took some time. Might have been quicker to keep sharing sheep, but that was just incredibly boring. I find this a little more exciting, a little more fun, and I mean, I don't care giving up some, XP an hour if I have more fun with it. So I'm liking this a lot. So, but with the spider silk, it's going to be better purely because at where the goblins were, there's two that statically spawn. They'll always be there. So, right. See, I can't pick that up. Don't know what he dropped. Yeah. So like that, I've lost it. But yeah, with the spider silk, it's just they're static, so even if I kill them too quickly, I can hop worlds and I know they'll be there, which is quite nice. So yeah, that'll probably be quicker than this. Well, not only XP wise, just to do, Because this is a bit of a pain. Always with the hopping and then being at the border of the chunk. So when I'm gonna try and get one more because I need three a piece. So if I get one more, that's when then I'll just make them all into bodies. I think I make 6 or 7 of them. It's 10 XP each, so get about 200 XP, 210, 180, 210 in inventory, depending if I can make 6 or 7. So yeah, this is kind of what I've been doing, just grinding out these imps for a bit. Um, Sometimes you get quite unlucky that you don't find any for a while, and then other times you can just hop and they'll both be there. They'll not teleport out of the chunk when you kill them and all that. So yeah, it's not always the best, but it's quite alright. So probably at the end of all this, I can actually make the shield. I did not know that, and I actually use 4 MP each, so I'll probably just start doing that. So I guess that's best in slot. Shield for magic. Even though I don't count shields, if I can get an offhand, to me it's equal. That's just me though. So this is pretty much what I've been doing, just getting some XP along the way. I've got 759 to go, so I need 76 more impites, so 74 because I've got 2. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing after doing about 350 balls of wool. So we're going to hit 20 crafting now, meaning we can start the spider silk. So with loads of quests to unlock, we get the ability to make spider silk gloves. Now, last clip, I think it was that I said that, oh, I can make the shields now, the impact shields. And that made me realize that, well, it's a best in slot offhand weapon. Meaning I've got to go 27 crafting and not 24. So, yeah. So it doesn't really matter that I don't have rune crafting because I gotta go further. It's actually bad that I don't have rune crafting because it means I need to get an extra crafting level because the offhand orb would be just as good as a shield in my opinion. So yeah, just going to go kill some spiders. I mean, still got these gems and all to cut, and then I'll use all this spider silk, see how much spiders I need. Grind's gonna be a little easier because I know there's 2 spiders a world, so I'm guaranteed to have them. So yeah, once we got 27 crafting, I'll just have a walk around again, see if there's anything else I gotta do, but I think after that the chunk's done. Just got 20 defense, meaning we can also wear the spider silk gear, which is quite nice. Some other stuff we can wear now, steel armor, which you can't get yet. Mirror shield, I guess, could be nice if we ever unlock Slayer. And then for the rest, it's nothing spectacular. I mean, Ghost Hunter's quite nice, but again, it's nothing spectacular. And I didn't even know you need defense level for shield bows, so I guess I learned something new. So yeah, can now wear the spider silk. Probably at the end when I've done all this, I'm just gonna compare the armors. I can like show you, oh, Impite's this much better than regular, and then the spider silk's this much better than the Empire. Probably not too big a stuff, but I think they're small little upgrades. So in this clip you can see me getting 27 crafting, where I got a high enough crafting level to get the spider silk shield. You can see me equipping it here. I lost the audio to this clip, so it is post commentary, so it's not gonna be what I'm saying. It's not gonna be exactly to what essentially happening on screen. Um, with 27 crafting, I did finalize the crafting grind, so we will be rolling a new chunk. From all the chunks, I hope I don't get the Elk Rid chunks, which I think is 3. And what you can see me do here as well is you can see me compare all the armors I talked about, just giving it a quick comparison. Yeah, you don't need that shield. Don't know why you just didn't pay attention at all, mate. So yeah, you see me equipping all this like an idiot. So I finally take it off and I start comparing it. You see 22 for the wizard hat, then It goes up quite a lot. It goes to 14 and a 63, which is about 3 times as much. Then the wizard robe is 25, which goes to 46 to 72. So that triples as much. And then the wizard robe actually surprisingly gave a lot compared to the rest. Also, the upgrade isn't as big. But then when we're gonna go from the imp hide to the spider silk, as you'll see in a second, it goes up quite a bit to funny number 69. You get it. You know, best armor value for all the pieces. And then the wizard rope gear does come with boots and gloves, but I can't make them, so I didn't have any, so I can't compare them. So I've got the Empire, which gives 10 armor, and then 15 for the gloves, and then the boots are the same, so gloves and boots are quite similar. I don't get any damage yet on this gear, so that is something you're not getting, but that's pretty much it when it comes to that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll probably be rolling a chunk soon. So I've set up the map right here, square 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are all the squares I can get into. That's what I'm going to do to unlock them. So yes, I can get into 2 right over here, but if I can get into it, because I probably can't get into this area, I won't allow myself to roll this chunk right over here if I do unlock it. So that's how I'm going to do it. So I've set up the number generator here from 1 to 6. Let's generate a number. We've generated number 5. Now, what is number 5? Number 5 is this chunk right over here. I don't think there's anything in there. I'll go and have a look, and then yeah, we'll see what we do from there. So I've just had a look, and the chunk ends about here. So there's literally nothing for me in this chunk, because all that's here is just some rabbits I can't interact with, a tree, and a bit. Now the only thing that could be good is a lot of events are held here. So whenever there's like an event, I can do it. So yeah, we'll just have to roll a new chunk now, instantly. So yeah, quickest chunk ever. So this is the updated map. Um, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So why I've done that is I've unlocked this chunk and I've unlocked that chunk, meaning this is my playing area. So I've been thinking of, if there's a square that's adjacent to multiple ones, I'll give it 2 numbers. I'm just gonna see about that. There will be consecutive numbers, so I don't know how that's really gonna impact much of it. But yeah, so allow this to be 7 and 8. So I can kinda, the reason I do this is because I'll have a higher chance of rolling it, so I can kind of expand the map more. So that's kind of how I'm going to do it. I don't know if I'll just do it differently to just make it 7, but that's what I've decided to do for now. So the chunk I would want, I still don't want 3 because I unlocked this furnace oven, which is probably the most annoying one for me to cook on at the moment. So I wouldn't mind 4 because it gives me the catacombs, it gives me this furnace over here, which isn't too far from the bank I can reach. It would unlock me a transport node right over here on the map. So I will allow myself to use transport if there's no other way to get to a spot unless it's in the wilderness. So I can use transport to a place if the only other accessible way is through the wilderness. So that's why I'll allow myself to take both the Demonheim. But yeah, so yeah, we'll go to random.org now. I've set up 1 to 8, generate a number. We've unlocked square number 3. The one square I didn't want. So yeah, we've unlocked this square right over here. So these are the 3 chunks we'll have 4 chunks we'll have unlocked now. I'll see what's in there. It doesn't look like much. I don't think there's crafting stores in here. I'll have to look into the crafting store here to see if there's any gems I need to cut, because that's a bit annoying. So yeah, I'll look into that, let you guys know, and then yeah, I'll probably end the video on that node. Just exploring a chunk and I see this right over here, meaning the circus is actually in this chunk for this week. So I'll be doing that, and then see if I get any agility levels from that. So that sounds pretty cool. Guess I'm quite fortunate with that. I think for the rest, I just have the gem trader here, which I've not checked out yet. This is not the gem trader. He didn't sell me anything particular. We've got a silk trader. This is where the gem trader is. So the gem trader has got no gems stocked, meaning I don't actually need to do it. However, the chunk ends about at this spot right here, this line. So this range is now accessible to me. Meaning, yeah, at this point I can do all the potato stuff, I think. So I'll probably have to get that cooking level now. So I'll probably just go make loads of stews to get myself up to, I think it was level 48 cooking for the potato with butter and cheese. Or I might just go to 39 because I can now fully rethink the rules because I've got some time for it to just do the potato with butter. So yeah, that's probably the only thing I actually need to achieve in this chunk because the crafting store's falling outside again, but I can't craft anything anyways. I might have to do some extra achievements now because all the other chunks there was no achievements to be done. So yeah, on that note, thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Like, subscribe, comment to the video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in episode 3 where we'll see what we'll unlock.